So
Yeah, let's do it.
yesterday, we had open house, them girls. So without naming any names, I'm just going to say we got a sixth grader and a third grader. Now, both reports, like in school, were positive. Like they're doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. However, sixth graders,
My girl.
or I can't even say issues, but the sixth graders, drama is that typical um, adolescent phase style bantering. So it seems like almost every day there are different enemies going on or different types of just conflict, man. It's chaos. But the thing about it though is my gripe or my concern or my issue with it is that I'm like your mom. Like I go out and I like to talk to people. So like I talk to pretty much everybody I come around. I go into this classroom yesterday and there were two parents up in there and it just seemed like right when I came in the room, like the energy kind of shifted. I'm like, and I read it and I'm like, oh, like, so once I left the classroom, I had like asked some questions and I realized that the energy that was being shifted or displaced was due to some friction going on with the kids. So my thing is, I understand these things are going to happen. However, in these situations, you got to at least keep me in the loop so I know how. So I'm not going out here smiling and out here. Like, I got to know how, if there is a situation, I can either talk this out or if I got to keep some negative energy, I got to ride with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how long is this going to happen? Because you went through this. And we're at 11.
I don't know. You might have another solid decade of this. I'm not even
This
gonna
is
lie
just the
to you.
beginning. This is just the
Yeah.
beginning.
Oh no, it's just the beginning. I don't know. Like, no, I was like 21, 22. I was like, I gotta stop beefing with people. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yo.
You're old.
And
Like, you getting like college degrees. I was like,
from
okay,
from
I
my
gotta grow
understanding,
up.
like this girl don't have no like not only no filter, like no fear. Because from my understanding, like now, like if there are certain cuss words that were used, I can sit there and take credit for. But the word bitches, I can't take credit for that. Like she didn't learn that from me. I ain't out here calling nobody bitches in the house. She's never heard me argue with anybody to say bitch. So you know, like she out here, from my understanding, at this playground, letting people have it. So I don't know what's going on.
So, where did you get the? Who gave you the rundown? Did she like
So
tell you,
she didn't
or
tell me.
like?
Well, she, in this in particular one, the reason why I'm up here talking like I am is because the parents that I was going around were people that like I know and talk to. Normally, the
Yeah.
last situation she told me about had no involvement with these kids or with this parents. So normally she does tell me things, but this last one, like I had no idea about. So
She was too out of
yeah,
pocket to tell
yeah,
you
and
about
so
that
so the
one.
teacher kind of like when she's describing it, she's like, and I was telling these girls that if they don't want a man saying this word, then they shouldn't say it to themselves either. So by that comment, that's how I picked up. I'm like, oh, I know what was used here. They up here calling each other bitches. So, but I'm almost certain that the first bitch was probably called from your niece. And like, so from her and her argument is that she's defending her friend because and I don't want to like go too far into this because I don't know who's going to like, if they watch, but her friend, um, a lot. It seems like she gets a lot of attention for just, I guess, being like quote unquote, like I guess different, just different from the group. So yeah.
Okay.
So like from that standpoint, I do know that she does ride like that and she will stick up. But I also know that she's my child and she's like quick with her mouth sometimes, so she will like be in the wrong. Though. So like, I'm not like naive to any of that.
I absolutely, I commend that. I commend that. Yeah, this is gonna be for a while. And so, like, so her argument, just to clarify, so she used bitches, and then somebody told her not to call people
So
bitches
somebody
if you
must
don't
have
want a
went
man to
to
call you
like
a bitch.
whatever, something must have hit the fan, like whatever argument happened at the playground. Because I don't think that like a supervisor or like a counselor caught this. Like I think a kid went to the principal, and then through the principal asking people, all the stories start to come out or whatever like that though. So,
Okay.
but I think that the bitch was in retaliation to seeing her friend get picked on. Like somebody made a comment about, oh, and also, which is weird to me, I don't understand this. Not only was it like, I think there was a comment towards the friend, then the girls who were like, who they were beefing with during this time, they started like barking, like literally, like, or no, they were growling at them. So I think from that, Sky just spun off that
Oh.
real quick. I think Sky said it first. I don't think she said it second.
It is, see, this is why I don't have children because sometimes I think that it's warranted to call somebody a bitch. And whether, and the whole like the whole feminist,
That's how she came with it, man.
like, the
That's
whole
how she
feminist
came with it.
idea. No, but like, I don't know. I mean, I know this is obviously like smaller than
Yeah,
like any like big major issue. But I mean, sometimes you're being a bitch, and sometimes
exactly.
you gotta hear you're being a
And,
bitch. And also, like, as long as she's not relegating it
yep.
to just girls, I don't see
Yeah.
anything wrong with that. You make a man, you make a whole man cry, and call him a bitch. But
So yeah,
like,
like so to me, I thought there was a difference. I thought that that was something that like a girl on girl, y'all can do that. Like I thought that that was like a unspoken code. Like
I when I was trying to be like more evolved, I was mad at someone and I was like, ah, bitch. And I was talking to someone and I was like, you know what, I shouldn't say that. And they were like, no, like you should say that. Like
yeah,
definitely. Like this whole idea that like you're a bad
okay,
feminist or something like
okay,
that because you called somebody a bitch is like bullshit. And I've come
there
around
you
to
go.
agreeing to that.
Yeah,
I
I didn't really have a
yeah.
problem with the whole like that's what like my history with that word. If it was female or female, it was always appropriate. So like I wasn't really going to like really crack down. I mean, I should, I guess, because her age, I guess. So I
Absolutely.
should say I am going to crack down, I
Absolutely.
guess, on the cursing. She still want to say that shit anyway.
For
But
I yeah, she's
yeah,
at that age
I'm
too.
just at the
Uh-huh.
stage though. Like you just gotta keep me in the loop. I got to be in the know to know what energy I'm out here giving off. Because
That that's and you said like I'm like my mother, like that you are because that's exactly
yeah,
how she is. Because there are a couple times I've come out of my face and I didn't let her know about it, and she was like I mean like was out and showed my whole ass, and she was like, and she was like, next time, tell me. Because she
yeah.
was ready with me. Like, she was backing me up. But, like, when we left, she was
So I
like,
don't get
but
caught off
no.
guard.
Like, you can't just. Exactly. Like, you couldn't tell, like, that she was caught off guard by the energy she was matching with me. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
but for sure. And I bet the only reason she didn't mention it because she's like, oh, I called someone a bitch.
Hey,
That's
so
like
that was the first thing.
the wrong
That was like how you
person.
just said. That was like the first thing was like, well, how'd you find out? That was exactly what she said. So that was like one thing. The second one was the third grader, and it's not even an issue. It's just like it's probably like a father issue. She woke up this morning like on her swag was on 100,000 trillion. Like she had the earrings matching like the it was the decal of the shirt, and then the shirt was matching like
Oh,
the boots. And
that
when I
shit.
like made the comment about like, oh, like the boys are going to be saying you pretty today, like the reaction I got, I'm like, oh, this is she's starting to feel herself because she likes some type of attention. So now we got a third grader that is like intrigued with these boys. I'm guessing. So I didn't think that this was going to start with her at this age. Like Sky was blatant when Sky didn't care. Like Sky was like from 4, like just I think she would do stuff to get a reaction out of me. But like
Yeah.
Serena was, I just said their names. I wasn't even supposed to do all that. I was saying sixth graders and third graders. The names are out there now. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, so Rena was out there. I never thought that she would be at this stage with it yet. I thought it would be a little bit older, but yeah, she's feeling herself now.
That seems right. That definitely seems right. I think I got like my first major crush in like fourth grade. So
Shit,
that makes sense.
shit,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And I think that I was similar like on par with that. Like I wasn't ever like boy crazy, but that's around the time when I was getting like crushes, like
Damn,
fourth grade, like
damn,
definitely.
yeah, like it's happening. So I don't know what is going on with that, but I feel like, well, it kind of goes into whatever we're going to be talking about in certain aspects with control. With these girls, though, there ain't going to be too much level of control. It's just a matter of just parenting correctly and finding out ways to just cope
Yep.
mentally, because shit's about to go down. It's about to go down. Now, thanks for watching the YouTube page. For more exclusive content, like and subscribe. And if we said something wrong or if there's anything you want us to bring up, leave a comment right down there.